Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Majnanaatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sa Advaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Jayatam Surato Pangor Mama Manda Matergati Matsarvaswa Padam Bhojau Radha Madana Mohano Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadrumada Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanasthau Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Preshthalibihi Sevyamano Smarami Shriman Rasarasarambhi Vamshi Vata Tadastitaha Karshan Venu Swanair Gopir Gopinatha Shriyestunah Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. How many of us like drama on TV? Like drama in the sense like a saga, like things are just going on and on and on. Like how it goes on in our families also sometimes. Cousin did this, aunt did that, somebody else is saying something else. You all know what I'm saying about, right?
Yeah, TV serials.
TV serials, yeah. Anybody likes this? Okay, Suraj likes that. At least the host likes it, so I can go ahead. So this happens quite sometimes also in Krishna's life, and we're going to discuss one such incident today, Srimad Bhagavatam. But before we dive into the dramatical story in itself, first we need to understand Srimad Bhagavatam is not an ordinary literature. If we can hear this with oral reception, hear with importance, attention, The roga, the disease which all of us have, is called as bhava roga, the material conditioning. It will go away. That's the speciality of this. And Priya, no sound. Hare Krishna. If anybody want to take a break right now is the time. I can give like few minutes. You can do things whatever you like. But then we all need to hear. What did I just say about Bhagavatam? This is? Huh?
More than oral reception.
If you give oral reception,
pay attention and then you will, I think, you'll be relieved about materialistic world.
I used a few words.
Not an ordinary.
What do we all have? Bhava roga, which is material conditioning. We all have material conditionings. Yeah. Matter. This body is made of matter. It's conditioned right now. To get out of it, we should do something. What should we do? Hear with attention Srimad Bhagavatam. Because this is the medicine for the disease which we have, which is called as Bhava Roga. We have the disease of material conditionings. So Parikshit says, beginning of 10th canto, the Shukdev was just about to describe the entire pastimes of Krishna. Parikshit is so eager to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. He tells, Nivruttatarshay rupagiyamanat bhavaushadhat shrotra manobhiramat kauttama shloka gunanuvadat puman virajyeta vina pashugnat. If anybody has taken nivrutti, retirement from the tarsha, I want to enjoy, I want to enjoy, I want to enjoy. How many of us want to be happy in life? Rest of the people? Ankur, no, you don't want to be happy? Yogama, you don't want to be happy? Shriji, no? Oh, see that? Parikshit is saying, if we have this disease in which I'm thinking, I want to be happy, it's a disease. This is not reality, this is a diseased condition. Because in the reality, we will not be thinking, I want to be happy. You will be happy, but you will not be thinking about it. I think it's best if all the kids are upstairs. Otherwise, nobody can hear. Can there be a room, Suraj? Yeah, all the kids can go upstairs? There's one more kid. Or if you can control here, that's also fine. If you can't control, then upstairs. Huh? Yep. Oh yeah, there is garden also here. You don't need to go out. Nice garden. You renovated it, isn't it, Suraj? Renovated? We have this disease. What is the disease? Yeah, but what is that? What is it? I want to be happy. It's a disease. You will be happy, but in a different way. If you try to be happy, you will be frustrated. If you don't know this yet, you will eventually get to know. Eventually, one day you will understand that the more you try to be happy, you'll only get frustrations. Yeah. Life may be very good right now. Yeah, we are in Netherlands. Nice. Weather is also good. Is a different thing for Netherlands, but nowadays weather is also nice. Okay, what's the problem? It's fine. But eventually, imagine yourself to be 90 years old person. Yeah. Can you imagine? Aditya? You're a 90-year-old person now. Can you imagine? Somewhat? No, you can't. Because your senses are functioning fully now. There is just no way you can imagine how a 90-year-old person feels like. You can't see, tongue is not working, taste buds are gone. No matter whatever you eat, everything feels like a dry cucumber. Right? Doesn't matter what you're eating, everything feels like a dry cucumber. Nice cucumber is really nice, tasty. A dry cucumber is really horrible, no taste, right? No juice, no taste. You just need to eat. It's really horrible to eat then. So, we can't really imagine that kind of life, but it will happen for sure. Yeah. And then you will be wondering, what did just happen? Whole life I'm living in a way that as if I want to be the controller, the enjoyer, the proprietor, but suddenly it's all gone. You can't be that anymore. So this materialistic life is a zero-sum game. You know what is a zero-sum game? It's like playing Monopoly. Yeah. How many of us have played Monopoly? You know, there is a game called as Monopoly. You can just keep playing. You don't know, Suraj? How do we explain, Suraj? Yeah.
My houses?
Yeah. You have like dummy notes and everything. You just keep playing. Yeah. At the end, you may have a lot of money or no money, but this is like a paper note, so it doesn't have any meaning anyways. You can keep playing for 20 hours. People do that, right? But then at the end, it doesn't matter how much you earned there. It really has zero value, right? So that's a zero-sum game. Material life also at the end is a zero-sum game. At the end, you will understand, my God, what was I just doing here, right? I accumulated so much. It's just zero at the end. So Parikshit is saying that if someone has taken nivritti, retirement from this kind of mentality, then they can appreciate these pastimes of Krishna. And you'll be able to really feel enlivened by hearing Krishna's pastime. And the beauty is that even if we are not there yet, if we can keep hearing Krishna's pastime, we will arrive at there. We can start relishing. So there is an example of sugarcane juice. If someone has jaundice, hepatitis, disease, they can't really taste anything. And the solution for jaundice is to drink sugarcane juice. But if someone who is having jaundice drinks sugarcane juice, you all know what's a sugarcane juice? Yeah. Anybody doesn't know? Toshan, have you tasted sugarcane juice?
Yes.
Yeah. You do you know, Jayashree? Oh yeah. Yes. Right. So it's really sweet. You have it? Yeah. So if you drink in normal case, it's really tasty. But a person who is having jaundice, hepatitis, if that person drinks sugarcane juice, really tastes horrible. But the medicine is sugarcane juice. They need to keep drinking it. Then two things happen eventually. Eventually, they will start appreciating the taste of sugarcane juice, and the disease also goes away. So Srimad Bhagavatam has exact same effect. You keep hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, the material disease will go away. You will be able to appreciate the message in Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah? Clear?
Yes.
Two things happen by drinking sugarcane juice. First is, disease goes away. Second,
Taste comes back.
taste comes back. Two things happen by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. First, material disease goes away.
Taste.
You start tasting Krishna's pastimes. Yeah. So let's discuss one such pastime today. Krishna is in Dwarka, and suddenly one day a person comes. There is sun god here. Getting some inspiration from that. A person walks in, and all the Dwarka Vasis are like so enamored. They're like, wow, Surya Dev is walking in to Dwarka. They rush to Krishna. Tell Surya Dev is walking. You know, it's so amazing. Right? Krishna tells, no, he's not Surya Dev. This is our own person. His name is Satrajit. Yeah. Satrajit was a devotee of Surya, and Surya was so pleased with Satrajit that he gave him a jewel called a Shyamantaka jewel. Yeah. This jewel was so brilliant, it was as brilliant as sun. So if somebody wears this, they feel like Surya is walking. Like they disappear from the vision, only light. Right? So when Satrajit walked in, everybody thought, oh my God, Surya is walking in. So Krishna told, no, this is not Surya, Satrajit is coming. So Satrajit came to meet Krishna. And Krishna said to Satrajit, you have this great, that you have got this jewel. You should give it to the king, Ugrasena. It's better if the king has this such amazing jewel rather than you possessing it. Satrajit said, I refuse the offer. Thank you very much. I'll keep it myself. Yeah. The beauty of this jewel was that if you would nicely worship it, it will just fill up the room. No matter how big room you're keeping it, and you're nicely worshipping, it will just fill up the room with all jewels, gold, diamonds, and everything. Can you imagine? So you're keeping, let's say, in this altar, you're worshipping, this whole room is filled. You take a bigger room, that's filled. Yeah. And suddenly, Satrajit has become like the most famous person all around now, because there is so much. What will you do? He will just give away. Everybody is just going to Satrajit and he's just giving. How much do you want? Yeah. 5 kgs here. 100 kilos? Yeah, no problem. Take it. Can you imagine? There is a person in your city. You can just go and ask whatever amount of gold and jewels and ruby, whatever you want. They're all just giving. They will become very famous, right? So Satrajit is extraordinarily famous all of a sudden. And one day his brother, Prasena, there will be a few names to them. What was the name? He thought, I also want to show off a little bit. So he took the jewel and he went on excursion. He's in the forest. He just went to forest and the guy never returned. Everybody knows that Prasena, because people know, right? Like, it's just like, imagine a whole flash of light is sitting on a horse and is going somewhere. And people have noticed, yeah, this guy is going. But he didn't come back. It's been days, weeks. He's just not back. What would you think? He's not there. He's gone. Imagine yourself to be Dwarkavasi now. You knew that, so let's put some data together, yeah, just so that you can come to some conclusion. You knew that Satrajit had got this jewel. What else you know?
It fills the room with the
Shyamantaka jewel. It fills the room with so much. What else do you know? From whatever we have just discussed. He refused to give it to the king. Who had asked for it? Krishna had asked for it. And Satrajit had refused. And now Satrajit's brother has taken it and has gone to the forest and has not returned. So with this data, what are the possible outcomes you can think of?
Krishna plan.
If you have only this much data, right? Of course, now we have read Bhagavatam and maybe you think other things, but if this was the only amount of data you had, which Dwarkavasis had, everyone started thinking, Krishna. Must be Krishna, right? Because there was only one person who was unhappy with it, right? Everybody else is happy, they are getting, right? Imran. So everybody is gossiping. Krishna has done this. And even Balram is not sure. Everybody is talking about it. The king is also not sure. Because the guy is not there. Can you imagine your Supreme Personality of Godhead? You have built Dwaraka for these people overnight. And you transported entire Mathura to come and stay in Dwarka. And your people, Krishna is scared. I don't know what has happened, but might be Krishna. Everyone is gossiping. Whole Dwaraka is gossiping. To the extent that Krishna is stressed now. I need to clear my name. I have not done this. He's telling everyone, I have not done this. Nobody is really believing. This, because gossip spreads quite fast, right? And once it is there, it's there. Right? Nobody can really go and do something about it. So Krishna had to take a stand. Okay, I need to clear my name. So he took some of the most important, significant people from the kingdom and went to forest with all of them. So all of them are in the forest now. And eventually they come across a place where this guy, whose name was Prasena, was dead. His horse was also dead. And it looked as if he's been ripped apart by some animalistic beast. Right? Because if humans kill, they don't kill like how a beast would kill, right? The beast would just rip apart and then bite and things like so. The body of the horse and Prasena were like as if it's been ripped apart by a beast. They were like, oh, at least Krishna has not done this. And Krishna is like, see, I was telling you. But the money is not there. So everybody walked ahead a little bit more. And then they saw there is a lion who is ripped apart. And people are confused now. Still they're like able to connect now. Oh, maybe this lion killed those people. But who killed the lion? And there was a cave. So Krishna said, everyone, you be here. I'll go inside and see if I can find something. So he just went inside. And a small baby like Prahlad was playing with the Shyamantaka jewel. Krishna was like, give it to me. My name is spoiled outside. I need to take this. I need to clear my name. He just snatched. And when he snatched, there was a nurse who just shouted, oh, someone is coming and harming my baby. And then in comes Jambavan, who is he's a bear, right?
Yes.
Bear. I mean, not the bears we know of, a divine bear. And he comes in. Then he is like looking at, who are you? Krishna is like, who are you? I need this. Right? And they both started fighting. And they fought for 28 days. People outside, after a couple of weeks of waiting, Bhagavatam says 12 days, around 2 weeks of waiting, everybody's fed up. They're like, we don't know what's going on. They all went back, very sad. Maybe Krishna is dead. We don't know. They all went back to Dwarka and they started worshipping Mata Durga. May Krishna come back very soon. Yeah. They had no idea what's going on. Everybody is very sad. Oh, I don't know what happened to Krishna. At least they know now that Krishna has not cheated us. We can still trust him. They're all praying. Now, after 28 days of fighting, Jambavan started losing his energy. Jambavan was a very, very powerful figure. When Vamandev was there, Vamandev, he came for which Bali, right? Vamandev had assumed the form of the entire universe, and that time Jambavan had circumambulated Vamandev. It's so powerful. But now time had passed. He was really old. After 28 days, he started losing energy. But then he saw the other person is not losing energy. So he asked, who are you now? So Krishna said, yeah, I'm the same Ram. And then the Jambavan surrendered, and then he gave, okay, fine, no problem, take this. Jewel, I don't care. I'll also give you one more thing. Take my daughter also. Jambavati, yeah, take her. So Krishna got the jewel. Krishna got a wife also. He comes back after 28 days and people are worshipping. Yeah. He enters Dwarka. Then he goes to Satrajit. Okay, take here your jewel. And Satrajit was really sad. I really played a bad game, Krishna. I'll give you back this jewel. Please take it. And Krishna said, I don't want that. I don't want this headache anymore. And then Satrajit said, okay, I'll give you a daughter. So he gave his daughter. Whose name was Satyabhama. So Krishna got 2 wives in the episode. And Satrajit continued his charity, worshipping. And eventually on the other side, in Hastinapura, there were the sons of Dhritarashtra who always wanted to kill the 5 sons of Pandu, and they had arranged for a house of wax, where the sons of Pandu along with Kunti were sent, and they were burned. So people were thinking, these 5 sons are dead, Kunti is dead. So out of diplomatic relationship, Krishna and Balaram had to go and visit them, because as such Hastinapura, the kingdom, was mourning. The trust had arranged for mourning period after killing them. He knew exactly what has happened, but everybody is mourning. Oh, my brothers, sons are all dead. So Krishna and Balaram went to visit from Dwaraka to Hastinapur. When Krishna and Balaram were not there in Dwarka, 2 of Krishna's best friends or best associates, Akrura and Kritavarma, they were so angry on one person. With whom? Kritavarma is the commander-in-chief of Krishna's army. Akrura is one of the best confidential associates of Krishna. And they were really angry on one person, Satrajit. Why? Because he was the one who was spreading this rumor. You know what? I went to Krishna. He had asked for it. Now my brother is gone. I don't know exactly, but this is what I know. Krishna had asked for it. I didn't give him. So these 2 guys were really, really angry on Satrajit. They found a contract killer. His name was Shatadhanva. Bhagavatam is very detailed. There was a contract killer in Dwarka also. They went and gave Supari. You know Supari? You give a contract killing. Right? So who gave? Akrura and Kritavarma gave it to Shatadhanva. Shatadhanva went and did his job. He was Satrajit was sleeping, and the job is done, and the money is taken. And he took the money and came to Kritavarma and Akrura and told, I have done my job, take this place. And Kritavarma is like, I don't want this money. And Shatadhanva became really fearful when Kritavarma said, I don't want the money. He's like, what should I do? He just left the money with Akrura and ran away. And the daughter of Satrajit, who is? Father and daughter's relationship is quite intense, right? So she's so sad. She ran to Hastinapur, crying, told the whole story. Krishna, you're not here. Balaram, you're not here. My father has been killed. She's just crying. And Krishna, like, what should I do? They both come back right away to Dwarka. They understood, there has been a contract killing. They started searching for who is the killer. Right? And eventually they found out, Shatadhanva, he is the killer. So Krishna was chasing. And Shatadhanva was just running away. And Krishna released his chakra and cut Shatadhanva and went and saw. But they didn't have the jewel. Story doesn't end. Where is the jewel? No one knows. And Akrura had ran away. Akrura with the jewel had gone to Varanasi. And in Varanasi, he has opened his charity trust now. And as a result, so-called result, in Dwaraka, there is no rain. People are having a lot of mental issues. People are really suffering from diseases. There is no crops coming from the earth. And people are like, what is this? Krishna made Akrura run away. Because of fear from Krishna, Akrura has gone now to Varanasi, and Varanasi is flourishing. We hear the news. Akrura is doing so much of charity, and Varanasi is flourishing so much. And here, no rain, people are having mental stress, diseases, no crops, and everybody is talking about Krishna again now. Because of Krishna, no rain. Can you imagine? People are talking like this. Krishna's diplomatic handling is not right. He doesn't know how to deal with people. He should have made sure that Akrura stays back. To the extent that Krishna had to write a letter to Akrura that please come back. Dwarka is suffering without you. Literally. Akrura eventually came back and he was welcomed. Grand reception. Red carpet. And Akrura is back. Yeah. And then Akrura wanted to give the jewel back to Krishna. And Krishna said, I'm sorry, I don't want this. But I do want to show this to everybody that you had taken this. So he showed it to the whole kingdom. Yeah, here is the money. I'm giving it back to Akrura. Such a drama. Huge drama. And that's the Shyamantaka Mani Upakhyan in Srimad Bhagavatam. You see, in the world, even when the Supreme Personality of Godhead come, if a little bit the situation is not right, people have zero gratitude. People in general, this is what we are. As long as things are good, we're like, yeah, sure, good, very nice. One thing goes a little bit off track, we don't mind questioning Krishna. We don't mind questioning Ram. We don't mind questioning anybody. Because at the end of the day, people like drama. Right? The whole life is a reality show for everyone. It's like, wow. The more controversial things are happening, it's better for people in general. So that you can just keep churning all these things. And somehow it happened in a way that Krishna is caught in the middle. He had to prove himself a couple of times. Yeah. But eventually everything comes to a closure. Shyamantaka Mani and Akrura both are back. That's what I want to share today. Any thoughts, comments? Anybody want to share anything? Yes.
You said that when we want to have happiness, it's a kind of disease.
Yeah.
And is it that what Prabhupada means with, because I know we got a book, Chant and Be Happy.
Yeah.
So then the medicine for the disease is the chanting.
Yeah, the medicine for the disease is to understand that I can't be happy independently of Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
I need to serve Krishna, and that is my position. My position is not to seek happiness, but my position is to serve Krishna. And when I serve Krishna, I become happy as a byproduct. Yeah. If I want to strive for happiness, I only get frustration. Srimad Bhagavatam, Prahlad Maharaj says that the only solution to be happy is to not strive to be happy. If you strive to be happy, you'll become frustrated, because that's how the design of the creation is.
Mm-hmm.
But if you understand that my position is of that of a servant, I serve Krishna, and as a byproduct, I become happy. So chanting is a service to Krishna. Right? The whole chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare is a calling for service. O Srimati Radharani, O Krishna, please engage my mind and senses in your service. Right? That is the meaning Prabhupada has given for the Hare Krishna mantra. So if we chant, it's a service.
Mm-hmm.
And when we serve Krishna, we become happy. Right? But if we want to become happy, we only become sad or frustrated, because that's a selfish motive. But if we serve Krishna, then the moment we tell service, it's selfless. Right? We want the other person's happiness, not our happiness. And when we do that, we become happy as a byproduct. It's a counterintuitive equation. It's a bit difficult to understand how it works, but that's how the design is. If we want to please Krishna, we become happy. But if we want to become happy, we become frustrated. That's how things work. Unfortunately, can't change it. For momentarily, we may think that, no, I'm really becoming a success, a great formula for success in my life. I have achieved a car, a house, a family, a this, or that, whatever. But then all these things are temporary. Right? Eventually, we'll understand that, what have I done in my life? No use.
Mm-hmm.
I need to do something which is significant, not just for this life, but on eternal basis. And that's when I serve to Krishna, and then I become happy then in the process. And eventually I attain perfection in that service, and I'm eternally happy. Okay?
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. I think yes, Sujit.
Just a small question. So, but Dwarkavasis are fully aware that Krishna is Bhagavan. Or
Some of them, yeah, but they still had their own relationship with Krishna also, right? So, as such, it's not the case of Vrindavan. It is also not the case wherein everybody is just like the fact that there is Shatadhanva there, a contract killer. And everybody is there, all kinds of people are there, and for many people, Krishna was he's a supernatural person. He's there amongst us.
not really.
Yeah, not everybody would think that this is Supreme Personality of Godhead who has appeared here. Yeah. They wouldn't come to Krishna to worship Krishna every day. And some people knew, some people would just take everything for granted. People in general will take Krishna for granted. We also have taken Krishna for granted. So, yeah. Anything else?
Thank you, Prabhu, for the wonderful class. For one technical question, what is there in the jewel that wherever it goes, why is it flourishing? What is it? Sometimes I've never heard of it. Is it with the presence of the jewel or?
Yeah, this is a benediction from Surya Dev. Satrajit was a great devotee of Surya, so he just gave it. I have this nice thing, you can, as a
So
gift.
it's very auspicious.
Yeah, it's a nice auspicious thing. It's a powerful thing. Creates a lot of wealth. Right? And Satrajit was using for charity as such. Right? So, how it would produce, I don't know.
But it also produces what they ask, something.
No, wealth.
Well,
Yeah, lots of wealth. Yeah. And by doing charity, it would become happy and produce more. Right? So, yeah. Okay. Good.
Akrura was happy with that because he was the only person who was able to handle it.
Yeah, he was happy. Akrura was happy. Everybody is happy in Dwarka also. Krishna is also happy. And and the story continues. But with Krishna, it was never a boring day, any day. So this is how things would go on a daily basis. Either this or somebody else is attacking, Krishna is killing them. And it's just a different flavor story wherein people are questioning Krishna. It's just a different flavor. And also shows how people in general take the presence of Krishna, because the mind is such an element that you put it anywhere, eventually it gets conditioned to it, and then starts taking everything very normal. Right? Like in Amsterdam, for example, we have nice association now, and if it continues like this, in a few years we'll start taking everything normal. It's okay, fine, no problem. There was a point in time where not much things were going on, and then every single program we would like, oh wow, there's a program and there's so much of enthusiasm. But then when things become very like sort of stable and everything is anyway going on, Toshan Prabhu and we were discussing last week that this year we had the best Rath Yatra, best Janmashtami, best this, best King Day, best Kirtan Mela. But then, for how long can we just keep, and eventually people will be like, anyway, I know what it is. I can skip it. Yeah. I have been to enough Kirtan Melas, enough Rath Yatras, enough of everything. I'll just go as a visitor and come back. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Because mind gets conditioned with, everything is just normal. I'll just get it. Yeah. So people got used to Krishna like that. There's an English statement, familiarity breeds contempt. Right? So just you become familiar with things. Right? That's fine, no problem. Take it for granted. So, they took Krishna for granted. To the extent that Krishna had to prove himself. No, sorry, I have not killed this person. I don't want this jewel. I had to write to Akrura, please come back. Dwarka is suffering without you. You have to come back, please. People were really questioning Krishna. Yes.
What is the response from Krishna when the people from Dwarika are casting aspersions on him every single time? So
he had to clear his name, right? So he couldn't. I mean, imagine even Balram is also as part of the Leela. Balram is also not sure. Krishna, have you done something? Because there was, from the data which is available, there's only one direction which can point towards, right? Nobody else was unhappy as such. Krishna was the only person who could be unhappy because he asked for something and he was denied. Right? The first time when Satrajit came in, Krishna told, give it to the king, and Satrajit denied. So in the whole equation, there was only one person who could have been. And that's how gossip starts, right? Like you sort of put together all the data which is there, then make a conclusion. This is how it should have been, or could have been. So Krishna had only one way to go out. He had to clear his name. And he couldn't really like justify that I have not done it because existing data point towards him. So he had to clear. Yeah. Krishna also shows how to be a good leader, that if something has happened and people are questioning, and rather than he could have also killed all those people, right? So useless, ungrateful idiots, I'll kill all of you right now, right? I built a city for you. Go live in the hell. So he could have done that, but he chose to clear his name instead. Yeah. We would have felt like that perhaps, right? Ungrateful idiots. I did so much for you. Yes, Mataji.
इसी क्वेश्चन मेरे पूर्व पूछा था सेवंथ एंड बड़ी की वजह से इतना शुभ हो रहा था ना, तो अगर कृष्णा जब आविर्भाव हुआ था तभी बहुत शुभ चीजें हो रही थी. कृष्णा हिमसेल्फ को खुद स्पेशल है.
हाँ.
तो जब वो नहीं थे हस्तिनापुर में थे और यहाँ द्वारिका में ऐसा चीज अनस्पिशियस चीजें होने लगी, तो कैसे?
नहीं, उस समय नहीं हो रहा था. उस समय नहीं हो रहा था. So I'll tell in English. The question is, did inauspicious thing happen when Krishna is in Hastinapur? No. The only thing which happened when Krishna is in Hastinapur is the contract killing. Shishadharma killed Satrajit, right? And then he gave the money to, or he left the money with Akrura and he just ran away. And he also got killed by Krishna. And Kritavarma had refused, so he had nothing to do. And then Akrura just went to Varanasi just to save his life. Yeah, so the things were continuing, and when Akrura ran away after Krishna is back, because he saw that Krishna killed this Shatadhanva. Akrura is like, my God, if I'm here, if somehow the dots connect to me, Krishna will kill me. So he just ran away to Varanasi. Yeah, and then inauspicious things started. Yeah. And that's how people would think that, oh, Akrura has run away, because of which inauspicious things are happening here. So like, they didn't care Krishna is there or not. Right? Like, Akrura is not there. And, yeah, so many inauspicious things in Dwarka. So, yeah. Yes. Yes, Aditya.
Prabhuji, in this sense, like Akrura's first initial intention, I'm just clarifying my understanding. Akrura's first initial intention was out of love for Krishna. He was thinking,
yeah. Yes.
So, but eventually he did somewhere a disservice, like
Yes.
In our devotional life, what can be the things maybe we thinking like, okay, we want to serve Krishna, but maybe as part of process, sometimes maybe we'll do something which will displease the Lord. Like Akrura, we see how beautiful his prayers were there when he went to Vrindavan.
Yes.
How was thinking, for the Brajvasis, for the Gopis,
yes.
what this service I am doing. So he went on a service, but his prayers were completely out of his pure devotion.
Yes.
And same personality we see, at the back end. Again, it was out of love.
Yes.
Because he was feeling, how can tomorrow, let's say somebody speaks of Prabhupada, somebody speaks of Krishna, our hearts also gets right. So similarly, we can understand how much he was loving that he felt. How can he can speak about Satrajit, like people speak.
Yes.
So he thought about his pure love for the Lord.
Yes.
But at the same time, he brought this service.
Yes.
So how as part of our process, maybe we thinking we bringing trying to do service, but maybe we do some disservice. So any examples you want to see?
Yeah. So the only thing what went wrong with Akrura and Kritavarma's plotting is that out of their love, they ended up doing such inhuman activity, which is perhaps just too much of a punishment, right? They actually found a person to kill, and the guy actually went and killed. In our life, if first of all, we have no authority to harm someone else, the first principles of bhakti should be always kept intact. right? Just because somebody else speaks ill or whatever, yeah, it may hurt us. If you are a, Shastras tell that if you are a Brahmana and somebody else is speaking bad, let's say, or presenting something which is not right, then you should defeat them. If you're a Kshatriya, then you should tame them, right? Not kill, but tame them, bring them under control. If you are neither of them, just leave the place. Right? So in this case, they were Kshatriyas, but the way they chose to address the situation was a bit on a darker side. Kritavarma and Akrura are very confidential associates of Krishna, but then they chose to do things which are really on a very dark side. In our life, we should, if we are having things which are really troubling us, we should take some guidance. Right? That's the best way. You should always have a guide or a mentor, somebody who can give us some bit more clarity than our own mind. Because if it is just me and my mind, I may come to any conclusion. Yeah. So if there are situations which are a bit troubling too much, even for service, we should take some guidance and then decide for ourselves what is the best course of action now, rather than me deciding for myself and then just getting it done. Okay? When they were buddies, Akrura and Kritavarma, they just decided for themselves, not that one is a guru of somebody else and then they both took instructions. We love Krishna, this guy has offended Krishna, let's finish him. Yeah. Yes, Pratapudra.
So I just want to add to so because we are discussing about the Shyamantaka jewel, so I have also read in the Samudrika Shastra that these jewels, like these are basically not suited for everyone. So it's based upon your capacity to hold the jewel, and based on that it will give the effect. And also, like one of the lesson we can also learn that wherever there is a easy result or quick money, as such in this case, because this jewel was producing so much of gold, so much of wealth, but this always comes with the quarrel. So we see that the life of even the Satrajit and all people involved in this, they were basically had to go through so much because that to have and to hold that jewel. So anything in this world, it always has pros and cons. So like that, one of the lesson we can also have that if we get such temptations to get the to have some shortcut or to get some easy money, or even in spirituality if someone is promising that this is something, just do this and it will manifest like that, but we should always stick to the bona fide path and bona fide way of sustenance. So those whatever the gains we will acquire via that will always stay forever, like it will be sustainable. But these quick things, they always comes with a price. So,
Thank you.
so,
Hare Krishna. Yes, one last.
Did Satyabhama pardon Akrura because Akrura was given red carpet welcome?
Yeah, Bhagavatam doesn't say about it, so I don't know. I don't want to speculate on that. So we don't know what exactly happened there. Okay, at least I don't know. Good. Thank you so much. We'll have a